Hi everyone. Recently, there seems to be a craze about property upgrading, especially for those who are about 35 to about 40 years old, currently have a fully paid HDB. So what is happening? Uh, does it really make sense for them to upgrade? If you ask me, the answer is actually quite a definite yes. Okay, let me just share with you one case study. Mr. and Mrs. Tan, this is actually a real case study. Of course, we changed their name to protect their identity. So let's understand a bit about this couple first. Both working, monthly combined income about 12,000, own a 4-room HDB flat in Bukit Merah worth about 600,000, fully paid. Need at least $1 million for retirement and worry about job security and cannot service mortgage. Okay, so does it make sense for them to upgrade? Okay, number one, we think about this first. Would it be too much for them financially if they upgrade? So what happened here is this, let's say they sell their HDB, go and buy a 1.2 million resale property. Okay, this is very interesting about upgrading. So you actually upgrade, you are going to be more cash rich. Why? Because for deposit, you only need to put down $300,000, and yes, you actually release money to CPF or cash about $300,000. So of course, there is an expense of taking a loan of $900,000, which based on today's interest, monthly payment is about $4,000. So think about this, their income is 12,000. Monthly payment of 4,000 is actually within 40% of their income, which is actually considered quite comfortable, generally speaking. And with $12,000 as a buffer, they actually have a buffer for more than 6 years of mortgage payment. Okay, of course, this is having some assumption here. Please take note. So think about this. A lot of people upgrading that, have a bigger loan, cannot quarrel with boss anymore. That's not true. So in fact, after upgrade, you have a buffer for 6 years. So even there's no employment for 1-2 years, actually this family still can stay in the upgraded apartment quite comfortably for a while. 6 years is definitely a long time. Okay, and let's go to the worst case scenario, that for whatever reasons, one of them lose their job or, somehow, can't have the money to finance further, never mind. Okay, so let's say 5 years later, they need to downgrade back. Is it possible or not? So we assume that HDB price increased by 3%. 600K will become 695 5 years later. And of course, if we assume that HDB price increase, I think it's only fair to assume that the condo price will increase by as well. So let's say also increase by 3%. 1.2 will become 1.4. So you, in absolute terms, condo will have a higher increase. Why? Because of bigger base. Okay, so 5 years later, the remaining loan is only 760, not 900, because when we pay the mortgage, we are also paying down the loan. And if let's say they use that 300K to pay off, okay, they would still have cash of 82,000 after 5 years. So this is how the mathematics works. You take 1.4 minus of 760 plus 82, you still have cash equivalent of 722. And if they really want to downgrade back, they can well afford to downgrade back to HDB. Okay, so my point here is this, nobody said that after you upgrade, you cannot downgrade back. You can, of course, downgrade back anytime. And based on these numbers, you can actually downgrade back very comfortably. Again, of course, many things can happen. So please take note of the disclaimer when I actually come up with this scenario. So many assumptions is involved. Okay, many things can go wrong, like can't sell condo, can't sell the higher price or interest rate increase. Please take note. But let's say based on normal situation, I think the chance of this happening or able to meet these numbers, I think the probability is definitely there. Okay, and we have actually looked at the downside. So the question here is this, the upside, is it worth it or not? So let's say, for example, they can fully pay off their mortgage. So they can actually stay in that condo for 25 years. And let's say 25 years later, again, we assume that, everything increased by 3%. Your HDB, okay, will become 1.2 million 25 years later. At the same time, your condo will actually become 2.5 million 25 years later. Okay, and if they want to, they can just downgrade back to HDB and release 1.3 million to finance their retirement. So think about this. This is what they wanted. they need $1 million for their retirement, and just by doing this exercise, just one correct decision, they can, you know, for the next 25 years, enjoy the pool, enjoy condo facilities, at the same time, you know, save money for their retirement. Okay, so think about it. Does it make sense for them to do an upgrade? Again, please take note of the disclaimer. Many assumptions involved. Okay, many things can happen. But once again, I think based on normal situation, okay, the likelihood of this happening is quite high. So this is what I mean here. Okay, a lot of people think of upgrade. They're just very concerned about the loan. They don't look at things from a broader perspective. And if you bother to do so, if you ask me, I think it does makes quite a bit of sense to actually go through this exercise. Of course, everyone is different. Everyone's scenario is different. But generally speaking, I think the numbers actually do present a very nice picture. And not only that, if let's say this couple know how to manage their cash well, instead of throwing this $12,000 in renovation, okay, they actually go and invest. And let's assume that they actually get 6% dividends, okay, every year, okay, which is quite possible. They can actually, you know, easily generate about 1,500 per month on average speaking, from average perspective, and mortgage payment of 4,000, and assuming that both of them working, okay, their CPF can have about 2,500 per month. So think about this. It's actually possible for them to upgrade from HDB to condo without using their cash income, without touching a cash income, just a CPF. And the investment income alone can actually cover the mortgage payment. Okay, so in that sense, does it make sense for them to upgrade? You know, is it meaningful to upgrade? I would actually think so. So anyway, this is one case example to explain why recently there's this upgrade craze. Of course, please take note of the disclaimer that's being shared along the slides. And of course, it doesn't work for everybody. So everyone has different scenario. Okay, hope you actually like this video and hope you actually learned something from this video. If you want us to produce more, do us a favor, click on the subscribe button and you'll actually get motivated to do more of such video. With that, please take care and hope to see you again soon.